Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Nerchio and sOs on Ulrena. This is game 3 of their best of 5 series from the Kings of the Craft tournament held by Root Gaming. You can find more VODs of this event at youtube.com/c/rootgamingtv. Please check it out, subscribe, support the channel. Root Gaming is an amazing organization, and let's get this started. In the bottom left side of Ulrena, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Nerchio. And in the top left of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is sOs. So another ZVP here. Game number 3 between these players. sOs is up 2-0 against Nerchio. A strong opening by the Protoss. He was very aggressive in the first game, more defensive in the second game. I'm not going to tell you any more details. Go back and watch them. But in the end, Protoss is up 2-0 against the Zerg. Nerchio going for that hatch first again. He is not being dissuaded. He's going to stay the path. He may be down 2-0 in a best of 3 where one false step, one loss will send him home in this tournament, not making it past the round of 16, but he is going hatch first anyway. The probe scout once more. sOs doing great with these probe scouts. Really reading exactly what Nerchio is planning to do and taking advantage of it. Actually going pool first, well, rather before extractor. So hatch pool into extractor is Nerchio. The timing a little bit different there. He wants some lings out before he gets speed. And once again, sOs going for that Nexus into gateway play. Nerchio has been unable to punish it thus far, but perhaps that's the intent here. He wants to get some lings out as the probe manages to escape there, get some shots out, get some lings out, perhaps force a cancel over here, perhaps kill some workers, but man, this thing is almost finished. Overlord scouts it out, sees exactly what's happening, but maybe Nerchio should take a third hatch here. I don't know. This probe harassment is insane. Look at that. Really taking a lot of these drones down to that yellow health and actually trying to focus down that one once again. sOs taking no damage himself because again they have shields. And this drone's all by his lonesome. Prime target for the probe. No, the probe decides to head on out of there with minerals. Minerals in its mouth. And sOs making a cybernetic score back home. So double gateway again with cyber core. Again, this usually means we're going to see adept play. As somebody pings this side of the map and says, what? I mean, I guess there are some links coming up. There are 4 of them. This probe. Oh, the probe gets the block off at the last second. What a clutch move there by sOs. Clutch move indeed, but I think 3 lings might be able to kill this before it finishes. And indeed, there's the cancel, and another one comes up. Oh, sOs, your timing is impeccable. Wow, got that up just before the lings could get in there to get in the way. Meanwhile, another pylon's coming up here. 2 adepts coming out there, and there they are. The adepts are ready to go. This many adepts is enough to deal with this many lings. 4 of them, not really a challenge for these girls, and actually going to chase the lings down and try to kill them. Not quite fast enough when they're not transferring, though. Not quite fast enough at all, and the lings, even slow lings, are faster than adepts. Queens spreading that creep across this little narrow choke, and it is 29-32 harvesters. sOs taking full advantage of this double nexus play, continuing to make adepts once more. So it was basically adepts in game number 2, adept sentry. That really held the day with some immortal play too there, but here come the lings trying to catch a surround on the adepts. Queen stabbing away as well. Can they get these adepts? Are psionic transferring? And no, they both managed to get out of there alive. Very low on hit points though. Can tell you that much. Lings get on in. They'd kill a single probe. Set head the heck on out of there. Well, maybe not exactly, but keeping the pressure on no less. Really looking for these adepts though. These queens spreading the creep out to the right side. 3rd hatchery coming up for Nerchio. It is 34-36 harvesters. sOs still in the lead. Very comfortable on these 2 bases. Probably should be looking to take a 3rd nexus though. And there it is. There's the 3rd nexus. Man, games are so fast in Legacy of the Void. The lings finally pick up those adepts and take them down. Twilight Council and a robotics facility on the way for sOs. Nerchio getting that Roach Warren. Roaches did not serve him super well in game number 2, and he didn't use them at all in game number 3. We'll see if his factor, or if his luck can change, and if that's going to be a factor in this game or not. Lings are knocking down these rocks, an alternate path through the middle of the map to get to your opponent. Mothership core here. Queen's actually pushing out a little bit farther than you would expect, but pushing that creep. I mean, getting the creep up to your opponent's base is such a nice psychological advantage. It gives you vision. It gives you a speed boost. But here come a bunch of Adepts. Is that 6 Adepts? 6 Adepts trying to come through, and there they go. They're trying to knock down this Spine Crawler, and Nerchio says 2 could play it this game. We will block off your path. There's the cancel, though. Too many Adepts. The Queen's stabbing away. Who can chase down these Adepts? A bunch of Roaches can. But again, Roaches don't actually hit hard enough to necessarily kill Adepts that quickly, but they Sonic Transfer their way back home. Or they cancel the Psionic Transfer. Photon Overcharge comes up, keeping the Queen alive with the Transfuse. No, not enough. Too much DPS, and the Queen goes down. Immortals in production. Resonating Glaives in production, increasing the attack speed of Adepts by 45%. That is an upgrade at the Twilight Council. Observer here, checking out these creep tumors. Can't do anything about it, but can spot for other units that want to come in and try to take them down. It is 47 to 46 Harvesters, 84 to 72 supply. So Nerchio has a bigger army than SOS right now, but that third Nexus is going to be a big problem for him, as he's only on 3 hatches himself, and he really needs to be on 4 to make this a viable economic type game. Lings come on in, try to kill a Pylon. Can they get it? No. Too many Adepts, too many Sentries, and Immortal mixed in there too. Just excellent, excellent composition for SOS. The Immortals will counter the Roaches if Nerchio lets them. But a Spire on the way for Nerchio, as well as Glial Reconstitution. So perhaps a Roach Muta type player, a Roach Corruptor would be interesting. Not many Sky units for SOS, though. I'm not sure that he's worried about that too much. But Mutas would be fantastic. The only anti-air here are some Sentries. SOS is not going for Stalkers whatsoever. Oh man, can he scout that Spire? Let's see here. Where is the Spire, first of all? Over here, back there, and no, has not seen the Spire. Does not know what is coming at all. So again, this composition is big and it looks super scary, but nothing can shoot up except for a few Sentries. Sentries are okay against Mutas, but they're not that good. They can't kill a flock of them. It is damage 6, weapons at 0.71, and they die very quickly indeed. Lings try to come in, just getting melted and chased away by these Adepts. Again, they do 22 damage versus light, two-shotting those Lings very, very easily indeed. Trying to kill some of these creep tumors. Observer flies in. No, Observer stays alive. Corrosive Bile being thrown down, pushing back. 7 Mutas on the way, and some Ravagers, some Roaches, and a Spine Crawler. If not for these Mutas, I think Nerchio would be dead, but we'll have to see how this works out. Guardian Shield comes up, the Lings rolling on in. Mutas trying to snipe down the Sentries. They are the only anti-air here once again. Keep that in mind, but it might be enough. No Stalkers. Stalkers made it in here too. This does not look good at all for Nerchio. More Ravagers morphing on in. Mutas forced to engage again here. Coming in from the bottom side, sniping off a Stalker, backing on out once again, trying to heal, trying to charge. Corrosive Biles being thrown down. SOS dodging, actually killing his own Muta with that one. Ow, that is not a good feeling at all. All the Sentries are gone though. That's not a good feeling for SOS. Corrosive Bile being thrown down, killing a Stalker. Almost hitting another one of his Mutas there. The Muta count very, very low indeed. But these Ravagers, really the MVP of this battle. Can they get the Warp Prism? They get the Warp Prism. Drones forced to pull off the line here as well. Nerchio is fighting for his life. Ravagers doing excellent work, as they are not armored units. They don't take the extra damage from Stalkers and from Immortals that Roaches do. So Ravager seems to be the exact thing that Nerchio needs. These Lings and these Ravagers chasing the Stalkers away, keeping that 4th base up and running, keeping it viable. The Observer is still alive though. Observer played a big part in that battle. And now 3 base to 4 base. 58 to 56 Harvesters. Nerchio has taken that lead. Nerchio held that. I don't know how he held that. I honestly don't, but he's getting a Hydralisk Den. He's getting more Mutalisks. The production tab for SOS shows more Immortals. He does have 12 Stalkers, but is that really enough to deal with a marauding Muta band? He doesn't have any cannons in that base. No cannons in this base. His probe lines are completely exposed here. I wonder if he thinks he's scared Nerchio away from going Mutalisks. I mean, the Stalker count is good, but no upgrades on these guys at all, which does not help them at even a tiny, tiny bit. Once again, this Roach Ravager composition, not fantastic against Immortals and Stalkers if you're that Roach heavy. I think he's waiting for the Hydras. Yes, the Hydras do come in here. SOS manages to take down the 4th base pretty much unopposed, but guess what? The Mutas are coming on in. Remember what I said about no cannons? Ah! Protoss's worst nightmare. As the Mutas come flying in, they start laying waste to the probe line. SOS says, I can go back and defend, or I can try to kill Nerchio right now. And you know what he decides to do? Go and kill Nerchio right now. Marching onto the creep here. Does he have any sentries? He has a sentry. Force field's not really a factor here. Lings popping on in. Roaches, Ravagers, Queens stabbing away, trying to kill everything they can, blinking on in with the Stalkers. Trying to focus down units here, but the Queens tanking a lot of this damage. The Immortal is completely gone. SOS, Corrosive Bile being thrown down here. The Mutas, again, trying to kill stuff. Blink Stalkers trying to fend back home, but on the front line, SOS looks like he may be losing this battle. The Adepts slowly getting whittled down here. All that are left are 6 Adepts, maybe 7 Hydras, Roaches, Ravagers here as well. The Mutas being a super nuisance for Nerchio. This base completely shut down. And can they get the sentry? They get the final sentry there. It is 54 to 32 Harvesters, free Immortal. Oh, that lucky Immortal turned around at just the last second here. Lings, Mutas, Roaches, Ravagers, Hydras, everything here for Nerchio, but a bunch of Stalkers mixed in as well. Corrosive Bile, dodge, dodge, dodge. I wouldn't be surprised to see the time lag between when the dot shows up to when it actually hits to be shrunk just a little bit, because, man, players have forever to dodge that thing. Single Muta overextends just a little bit, gets sniped on down by the Stalkers. In production, 18 Lings, though. 18 Lings against this very Stalker-heavy composition. An excellent choice, I think, for Nerchio. Adepts, more of a problem. Sentries mixed in here, too. This is insane. This is really close, ladies and gentlemen. The Muta's trying to kill what they can. They keep dying, though. Corrosive Bile landing, killing most of his own Zerglings as well. It's almost like players expect Corrosive Bile to land sooner than it does. I might expect to see a change in that. The hit rate is just so low with that spell. But I guess when it hits, it's really good. So maybe that's the reason it hasn't been changed anyway. Adepts here at the front line. Moving forward here is SOS. Corrosive Bile killing his own stuff once again. Oh, Nerchio. Such a bad feeling. Guardian Shield up here. No force fields at all from these sentries. Using that Guardian Shield instead. Lurkers mixed in as well, though. Lurkers spining through everything. Doing extra damage versus these Stalkers against that Immortal. Not against the Adepts. They're trying to kill everything that they can here and holding the line. A GG from SOS. SOS is defeated. Nerchio's victorious. And Nerchio has left the game. Actually, Nerchio didn't lose this base. I said that he lost it unopposed, but SOS actually abandoned the attack on that, leaving it to him. And it was 58 to 32 Harvesters at the end. Again, what I think held SOS was not throwing up a couple cannons here. And his mineral lines, he lost too many probes. 26 probes died. Yes, 16 drones were killed, but most of those were on the front lines and defenses. Nerchio holding here was nuts. I have no idea how he did that. Corrosive Bile did play a big part. Even if they didn't make huge hits, Corrosive Bile did seem to push SOS back and away and give Nerchio time to reinforce his army and his units. Just ragtag bunches of units here, fighting desperately for scraps. Getting the Lurkers out was a huge play, though. 2 kills, 2 kills. 2 kills, 1 kill, and 5 kills. The one in the back is the winner. Surprising. All right, so that's it. Nerchio brings the series within 2 games to 1 in this best of 5. Can he hold on? Can he force a game 5, or is he going to lose in game 4? We'll have to wait and see. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern to find out. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.